Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are all enjoying the month of December, whether that's the holidays or Christmas for you. I hope you are enjoying every moment. We are. And with Christmas comes Christmas cookies. But today I am going to show you a little spin and show you sugar cookie bars. These are a fairly new favorite of ours, and as always, I will have the recipe with all the exact measurements and instructions listed in the description box. As you can see, there are not a lot of ingredients, and most of these you probably already have in your pantry. So to get started, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and this is a very important step. You want to line and grease a 9x9 baking pan. And I'm using parchment paper, but you can use foil if that's what you have on hand, just something that will help you lift the bars out. So we're gonna get started with the batter, and you're gonna put your butter either in a large bowl, or if you have one, a stand mixer. And then you're gonna add your granulated sugar, and we're gonna beat this until it is fluffy and creamy. Once it's a pale yellow, you're gonna add in your egg, and then we're also gonna add in our vanilla extract. At this point, once those ingredients are combined, you wanna take a rubber scraper and make sure that you scrape the bottom and the sides of your bowl, just to make sure that it all gets incorporated. And I'm adding in baking powder, and then I'm gonna mix that up really quick, and then we're gonna add the flour in 3 separate batches. If you're really brave, you can add it all in at once. I was trying to not make a mess, so I added mine in thirds. The batter is pretty thick, so by the time you get to the end of the flour mixing, it is a little tough to mix. Don't worry, that's how it is supposed to be. I just went through and scraped off any excess batter, gave my bowl a good scrape just to make sure that it was all mixed in, and then comes the fun part. The sprinkles. So whatever kind of sprinkles you want to use, add those in, and you can either mix this by hand or just give it a few quick mixes with your stand mixer. Now you want to take the batter, and as you can see, it is really thick. You want to press this into the bottom of your prepared baking pan. And I have a trick for you. If you don't want the dough to stick to your fingers, run your hands under water just so that they're a little bit damp, and that worked for me. I had nothing stuck to my hands, and it made it a lot easier to press out. So this is what you want it to look like, and we're gonna pop this in the oven at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes, or just barely golden brown around the edges. As you can see, it almost looks as if it is underbaked, but the last thing you want to do is overbake this. So once the edges turn that light golden brown, these are done. Once you let them cool for a little bit, you can pull up on the sides of your parchment paper or foil and let them continue cooling completely on a cutting board. Now it's time for the frosting. So I don't know about you guys, but traditional buttercream frosting is my favorite. However, cream cheese frosting is my husband's favorite. So this was right up his alley. And you want to start off by combining your softened butter and your softened cream cheese. You're going to add in your vanilla. Once those 3 ingredients are combined, it's time to add your powdered sugar. And I probably shouldn't have added all of this at once, but magically I did not make a mess. I'm not really sure how. So you want to combine this really well, and then once it starts getting crumbly, you want to add in your milk. Then you just want to mix to combine. And let me just tell you, cream cheese frosting may not be my favorite, but this was delicious and it was super luxurious. It was so soft and it had such a smooth flavor. This was a really good recipe for frosting. This recipe made a little bit extra, so you can do one of two things. You can either add all of the frosting to your bars, or like I did, you can set some aside and give it to your kids to frost some Christmas or sugar cookies. They had a blast. So you just want to scoop this out onto your bars once your bars have cooled, and it is really important because otherwise your frosting will melt right off. So you just want to take an offset spatula or a butter knife and just spread this right out to the edges. Then you want to take your sprinkles and decorate the top. My kids would have been all about this, but they were already in bed this night. So I actually got to do some sprinkle decorating. So these bars turned out beautiful. I love the sprinkles on top and throughout the cookie bar. You want to let them cool and then you want to cut them into bars. I will tell you that if you let them set overnight, they are much easier to cut and the frosting doesn't stick to your knife at all. So if you have the time, definitely give it either a few hours or overnight is best. So the texture of these bars is so delicious. I hope you guys will give this one a try. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are enjoying every second of this holiday season, and hopefully we will see you in our next video.